Hello, hi, happy New Year's Eve. Today, when I'm filming this, is December 31st, 2021. And I don't know about you, I like a new year. I know there's a lot of hate out there about like New Year, new me, and New Year's resolutions and all of that, but I actually think that the new year is really inspiring, and I think it's awesome that we have like this built-in day of the year that gives us an excuse to like evaluate our lives and where we are and where we want to be. If you think about it the wrong way, yeah, it can put unfair pressure on you to like accomplish unrealistic goals within a single year, but for me that's not really how I think about it. I just think it's a good opportunity to like sit back, reflect on your past year, reflect on how things are going and what you would like to change in the coming year. I caught myself thinking that 2021 was kind of a bust. Like, it wasn't a bad year, but it was like nothing substantial happened. And then I was watching Smokey Glow. She uploaded a video doing her like 2021 year in review through photos, and I was like, that's a good idea. I should look back through my photos and see like what happened this year, because honestly, I can't really remember. When you actually sit back and look through your photos, it sparks all these memories that you kind of like forgot about and let fall to the wayside. And when I actually was going back all the way back to January, February, March, all those like dreary cold months that we're about to enter into again, when I went back to those, I was like, wow, there was actually a lot of stuff happening at that time. So I thought I would share with you all my 2021 year in review. The first one is this picture of Simon. He was about 5 months old at this time, and he is sleeping in his crib. That was huge for me because if you're a parent, or even if you're not a parent, you can probably imagine it is such an intense feeling when your baby moves into their own room. Like, one, you're happy because you have your own space back again and you're not like literally sleeping this far away from your newborn baby. But then also it's like really sad and kind of scary. And if you're like me, you pretty much just like watch the baby monitor all night for the first couple weeks. I slept on his floor actually, and our rooms are like 5 feet apart, but I just was so intense about it. It was just an exciting time, and it really was like a huge development for Simon. And the same thing with the next picture. The next picture is a really cute one of Simon like looking in his bowl like, Mom, is there more food? We started feeding him solids in that month. We started, well, not like solids, but we started giving him like purees and stuff. Again, it was just like another huge developmental time for him. You know, I look back on that time and I'm like, wow, every day was like so exciting. There was like so much going on with having a baby. And then, you know, the next video is along the same lines. Simon rolled over for the first time in January. I am a stay-at-home mom. I am with this baby all day, every day. I went to CVS to get a prescription and he rolled over while I was gone, which is just rude. Sleeping in his own bed, eating, rolling over. It was just like every day during January something was happening, and he was like learning a new skill, doing something big. And yes, it's exciting to like see your child learning and growing. I think anyone can understand that. But it's also very freeing as the mom, because when your baby is little, like you are pretty much just like carrying them all day, but it's just like a little freeing. Like, I kind of think of the feeling that parents have like when their kids go off to college and then the parents like have all this time alone to themselves. It's kind of like that, but like on such a minute level. February was Simon's 6-month birthday, and obviously I went way overboard. I baked him this like cake, and then I cut it in half, and it was horrible because the cake, when it wasn't cut in half, was only like this big. And then I cut it in half and I stacked it 4 cakes high, and it just completely toppled over. And we like got him this crown with the half sign on it, and we set him up in front of the cake, and it was just like the cutest photos, but also a complete fail of like a birthday celebration. March, we started renovating our bathroom, and that was so exciting because we moved into this house in 2016. And it was definitely dated. The guy that lived here before was like this older, like retired FBI or CIA, or he was like something important, and he lived here by himself, and it was just like the saddest, dreariest home. And so we have been like renovating it slowly over the years. We redid our kitchen, we redid our floors, yada yada, but the bathroom was the worst for me because it was like so dated and so much like rusted gold hardware and like the worst, oldest looking wainscoting on the wall. And my brother and my dad got involved, so we started renovating our bathroom, and you'll see it took a few months. I don't really have a good picture of it, but in March Simon started to crawl. So back to what I was saying in January, you know, once your baby starts crawling, like they don't want you to hold them anymore, they just want to be like on the move. So that was like very exciting. And then also in March, we went to visit my friend Kelly. She had a baby in January, so this was the first time we were meeting her baby, and it was just like such a surreal moment to see like my best friend since 6th grade, and then she had a baby, and then I had a baby, and my baby was older than her baby. Her baby was still very much like a potato, like not really moving or doing anything, but it was just like so emotional to see us in that new stage of life together. I will just like always cherish this photo. April started off with Easter. Easter is just like a fun holiday in my family. We're not religious or anything, but we did get Simon this like really cute Easter bunny costume, and he was still at the age where you could like play with the lights and stuff, and he wouldn't wake up. He was like in a deep sleep. Now no such luck. That was his first Easter because he was born in August. So also in April I started running again, and this one makes me a little sad because I did not stick with it. I went through a couple running phases in 2021, all with the intention of making a video, and I still want to do that eventually, but I haven't completed like my own personal running challenge yet. I love running, and I have such a complicated relationship with running but running was like so difficult for me. But then when I got good at it, I got more pride from being a good runner than I ever got from like being good at a sport or being good at weightlifting or like being good at dancing. I don't know, like whatever else I've done. Running just gives me like the highest reward for the most work, I guess. You know, I ran a marathon in 2015, and that was like the peak of my accomplishments. You know, like other than giving birth, running a marathon was the hardest thing I've ever worked at, and I was so proud of myself. And it's really tough for me to accept like how far I am from that person now. So starting to run again was a big deal for me, and that is like a major thing I want to work on next year in 2022 is running again, because like I said, it really does something like special for me. Next was my birthday. In May I turned 30, which was totally fine for me. I felt like I was ready to be 30. It didn't make me have like a 1/3 life crisis. I had like a really fun photo shoot, and I felt really pretty, and I was excited to turn 30. Actually, on my 30th birthday, it was such a fun day. Bob surprised me. He pretended to go to work, and then I got up with Simon, you know, started the day, and he came back and he had like flowers and cake and everything for me. And then he told me he had taken the day off, and so we like went to the outlets and we went shopping with our like tax return money, and then we went out to dinner at our favorite restaurant, and it was just like such a fun day, totally unexpected, and it was one of my best birthdays I've ever had. I used to have like crazy ragers for my birthday, and this one was totally mellow, but it was still really special. Also in May was my first Mother's Day. I mean, technically I celebrated Mother's Day when I was pregnant, but this one was exciting. I actually remember that day was not very good. I feel like Bob and I were arguing about something. I can't really remember, but I've celebrated Mother's Day for 30 years for my mom. And then like now it's my mom and it's me and it's Simon, and we're like all part of this new like stream of celebrating motherhood. It made me think of my own mom differently now that I'm a mom. I just felt like there was like a more special connection. Also, at the end of May, it started getting really warm, and so we did a little day in Lake George, which is in upstate New York. It wasn't warm enough to go in the water at all, but we took Simon to the beach and he ate a lot of sand, and we were just like, wow, this is more stress than it's worth. It was still cute, and anything with Simon that's like a total first is always fun to look back on. In June was Father's Day, and this picture is so exciting because we took this picture with Bob holding the Adidas outfit when I was pregnant for Father's Day 2020, and then I have been looking forward to recreating it since Simon was born. Also in June, we started going out on my mom's pontoon boat, and Simon really enjoys it. He loves the water, he loves bath time and all of that, so he really enjoys like looking out over the boat, seeing all the water splash. He enjoys walking into the water, but once he can't feel the ground anymore, he's like out of there. He does not like it. So next summer, the plan is definitely to work on getting him swimming. And then moving on to July, like I said, the bathroom took a few months. We finally finished our bathroom in July. So I had some inspiration from Pinterest. I really wanted to do green walls and like black and white flooring. The bathroom just looks so much better. Honestly, it's still not completely done. There are a few things I would like to do to it, but it's so much better than it was before. Also in July, another one of my best friends had her baby. It was a boy. She named him Atticus, and this one was also very exciting because while my other friend that we went to visit lives pretty far away, this friend actually lives pretty close. So we are able to like go and visit her way more often. And her baby is 5 months now, and it's just so fun to like see Simon interacting with him at all these different stages. And we took this picture of her husband holding their baby and Bob holding Simon, and I just can't wait for the future. Our kids are going to be like 11 months apart, and it's so fun to like have to enter into this new stage of life with your close friends. Also, towards the end of July, we went to Maine for the first time ever. Bob had seen the Atlantic Ocean once before in Cape Cod, but Maine was so beautiful. I feel like I'm the last person in my life to have gone to Maine. Such a cute little family vacation. We kind of splurged on the room. We got one right on the beach so we could wake up, see the ocean right when we got up. We got like a 2-room hotel room so that Simon could go to bed and Bob and I could like hang out and stay up. We only went for a couple days. My only regret is that we didn't stay longer because there was so much to do. You know, we went to like this little carnival at night. We went and had all this good seafood. Simon got to like run on the beach and walk in the water, and he loved it. He loved the ocean, and it was just like such a good family vacation. I said to Bob, like, this should be our tradition. We should come to Maine every year because we really enjoyed it. Also in July, Simon took his first steps, and it was exciting because we kind of caught it on camera. We were taking his like monthly update photos, and he literally just like took a step and started walking, and Bob and I were just like, oh my God. So then we put the camera on video, and we were trying to get him to do it again, but he wouldn't do it. But we do have the photo of him stepping. During the week at the end of July into August, we went camping. That was something else. We bought this new tent. It was like an 8-person tent. You could stand up completely straight in it. We were like so proud of it. Turns out the windows are just like open. There's nothing to zip them closed. And it got down to like 45 at night. So we were all totally freezing. We had to bring Simon in bed with us. He was sleeping in like 2 sets of pajamas, 2 pairs of socks, his sleep sack plus blankets. And that was the first time I ever gave him a blanket because it was cold. Bob and I were fully clothed, sweatpants, socks, sweatshirts, huddling together for warmth. Like, it was so cold. And also we had Simon's like portable sound machine, but it kept dying, so we ended up having to turn on Bob's car overnight and attach Simon's sound machine to the car to keep it running all night. And like, kids were so loud in the campground. it was just horrible the first night. So the second night we went home, we got his Hatch sound machine, we got way warmer clothes, we came prepared, and the second night went so much smoother. Like, we were not outdoorsy at all. Like, we had this extravagant tent with windows that don't zipper, and we had like the sound machine hooked up to the car all night long. It was definitely challenging the first night, but after that it went so smoothly. And that week was so pivotal for Simon's development because we were like outside the whole time, and we brought like a couple different of his push toys, and he was walking by the end of the week. Like, when we went there, he could like stand up and maybe take like a step or two, but by the end of the week he was completely mobile and walking, and he was also saying the word dog. My mom's dog's name is Doug, and so we are always like Doug, 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 and Simon like caught on, and so I think he was saying Doug, but then we kind of converted it into dog. So it was a huge week. Simon was walking and he said the word dog. August was just like all Simon's birthday. I made a couple of vlogs about birthday prep, but if you didn't watch them, I was a total mess, and I learned my lesson. His next birthday, we're going small. We're going in between meal times, so we're not responsible for feeding people. We're not asking for like any gifts. I learned my lesson. I went crazy overboard for his first birthday, and it stressed me out for weeks. And it stressed my mom out too, because I like roped her into doing everything with me. And it was a beautiful birthday party, and people were so thoughtful to come, and they were so generous with their gifts. And we have such beautiful photos of Simon. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off the entire party, and I feel like I didn't even enjoy his birthday party because I was like so frantic, you know, checking on people, trying to talk to everyone, making sure the cake was ready, the food was ready, there was enough napkins, things weren't blowing over, and it was so hot. It was like the hottest weekend in August, so I'm like profusely sweating the entire party. But also, in one of the photos, you can see this dress I'm wearing. This dress was from Free People, and I had wanted it for months and months and months and months, and this blue color was totally out of stock. I literally had the Free People website on my phone, and every morning, every afternoon, every night I would refresh it to see if it came in stock. And finally, like 2 weeks before his birthday, it came in stock, and I thought it was going to be too small for me because it was only a large, and like in my dreams, right? But it fit so perfectly, and it was amazing for his birthday, and I loved it. Like, I love that dress. So that was a highlight of my year, getting that dress. At the end of August, we went to a hot air balloon festival, and it was kind of a fail because it had been raining that day, and so none of the balloons even launched. It was just a fun day with like Bob and Simon and my mom. The balloons were so magical and so huge, and so it was really nice to see Simon's reaction to them. So that's a good one. In September, Simon and I discovered this new park near our house, and we went there all the time. And just parks in general, like, I don't know why, I guess because it was fall weather, like Simon and I went to the park every single day. I really believe that all that time outside like helped him start walking better and all of that. September, we also went apple picking with my friend Brooke and her baby Atticus and her husband Orion. We just got like the cutest pictures, and we paid extra to get these special apples. I can't remember the name of them, but they were so delicious. Also in September, we went hiking. Bob and I did this hike when he first moved here to the US, and I remember it being kind of difficult, and I was in shape back then, so I was like scared to do it again, but it was actually such a fun hike, and Simon walked almost the entire thing. We brought like our baby carrier to carry him, and he had no interest. He wanted to walk up this entire mountain. So that was just like a random Tuesday we went and did that, but it was really fun. The first weekend of October, we decided to take a little road trip. We went to the Boston Aquarium. It was so cool. It's just like so massive, and the penguins are so cute, and Simon just like loved following the fish around. Sometimes we do this. We'll do like a whole weekend of trips. So we went to Boston Aquarium, and then the next day we went to Lake Placid and Whiteface Mountain, which is like upstate New York. Bob and I had been there once when Simon was born, once when I was pregnant, and every time we went, the little castle part was closed because of COVID. And so we went this time thinking it was going to be closed again, and it was open, but we weren't wearing the right shoes, and we had Simon with us, and it's like quite a rocky hike. And then there's like all these stairs up to the top. It kind of reminded me of like a very miniature Great Wall of China. So we went as high as we could go, but then it was like too dangerous. So we didn't go all the way. One day we will, but that was just like a fun little trip. And then also in October, just the weather in general, October in upstate New York is so beautiful, and Simon was like at the perfect age. He loved helping me rake the leaves. He loved picking up the leaves and throwing them. He was just so cute, and we have so many good memories of playing outside, and the weather was at the end of October, of course, was Halloween. And if you're not seeing a theme here, I tend to go overboard. So of course I couldn't just get Simon like a cute little lion costume. I had to get him a cute little lion costume and then build him an entire circus cage. That again, I roped my mom into, and my poor mom always goes along with these ideas. And I will say that in the end it was worth it, because the pictures were so cute and Simon was like the best lion, and we just like bribed him with animal crackers to get him to smile in the photos, but it was great. And then also on Halloween day, Simon and I went to the Thai temple, and I made a vlog about this as well, but Bob is Thai and Buddhist, and we live near a temple, and anytime we meet Thai people, they're always asking us like, have you gone to the temple? Are you going to the temple? And we have never gone. And then finally I have a friend who works at a Thai restaurant, and she asked if we wanted to go for Halloween, and Bob was working, but I stepped it up and decided to be social, and I went with her and her family, and it was so fun, and it was so great to be around Thai people because we haven't in so long. And like all the local restaurants had like tables set up, and they were making real authentic Thai food because it's like a festival for Thai people, and the food was so amazing. And it was just so special to like have Simon around real monks and like real temples, real Thai food, people speaking Thai. And so many people recognized me, and they were excited to meet Simon. And like a lot of these people I feel like I've never even met before, but they knew who I was, and it was just such a reflection of like Thailand in general, and I can't wait to go back. Like I'm seriously loved it there. November seems like a really busy month because it's Bob's birthday, our wedding anniversary. Is that it? Bob's birthday and our wedding anniversary. But then also, so on our wedding anniversary, my mom was really nice. She watched Simon, and we went and we saw Eternals. And that was freaking exciting because Bob and I used to be huge movie buffs. We had like the Regal movie pass, so we could see unlimited movies. And we would see like 4 or 5 movies a week, honestly. And we have not been to the movies since March 2020 when COVID started, because when movie theaters opened up, we had a baby. So we went and saw a movie, and it was so fun. And I had movie theater popcorn, and it was really delicious. And I was happy that our first movie back was a Marvel movie, because we are like total Marvel geeks. And then afterwards, we went to our favorite Asian barbecue restaurant, and you know, just delicious. So it was a good anniversary. And to top it all off, my mom like called the restaurant and paid our bill over the phone. So also on our anniversary, Red, Taylor's version, came out, and I have been looking forward to this for a very long time, ever since I found out she was re-recording her albums. And that was of course the day I heard All Too Well 10-minute version for the first time. So it was just a groundbreaking, life-changing day. I mean, that was the rest of my November, just Taylor every day. I haven't even listened to Adele's new album, honestly, because I'm still trying to get over Red, Taylor's version. And then December, I was going through my photos, and I have like nothing except for thumbnails from Vlogmas. This was my first time ever doing Vlogmas, and it was so hard, and it really exposed like my areas of weakness as a YouTuber. But it was such a good challenge, and I'm so happy that I completed it. December was just like Vlogmas, and more Vlogmas. But we did take one little trip in December. We went to New York City because we had to go to the Thai embassy, and we decided to like make a little day out of it. So we went to Rockefeller Center, we saw the tree, we walked around, saw all the Christmas decorations, we took Simon to Times Square, we went and had delicious Thai food, Villa Thai, I think. But it was his first time as like an aware toddler that can walk in the city. And then finally, Christmas just gets more and more special every year as Simon gets older, because he's way more aware of what's going on. He kind of opened his gifts this year. I think next year will be the first like real gift opening year where he knows he's getting presents. But This year he was kind of into it. He was way more into eating all the food that he got in his stocking. All right, so yeah, it is New Year's Eve. Bob just got home from work, so now we need to figure out what we're gonna do. I got my COVID booster and my flu vaccine today, so I'm just like trying to keep the muscles loose. I should feel like absolute crap tomorrow to start the year off, but we're not gonna think about that. This was my last video of 2021, and if you are someone who found my channel in the last year, I'm so happy you're here. If you're not subscribed, can you do that, please? And I hope that we can all get to know each other more in the next coming year. So happy 2022. Have a good night. Bye.